Hey guys, it's Pat and welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to win 50v50 every single time. Now this video is going to be slightly different than the other ones because 50v50 is very open and honestly there is no leaderboard for it, and the way the video is going to be done, I've got a few different game clips type things talking about which one's going to work and which one's not. So something I've gathered from 50v50 is go to the high populated areas. Most of your team is going to go to a high populated area, and in all honesty you have to stay with your team to win this. I've seen many games where other teams have come back with 15v30 and the 15 have won because you've stuck together with your team, and that's something I'm going to focus on throughout the entire video, and I've got some amazing clips to show examples of where that's worked and it hasn't worked. So here's an example. Me and ZPie again, we're going into the start of Pleasant Park, and we've decided, you know what, most of our squad are going here, randoms online, and also we've got a bunch of team members hopefully going here as well. The thing is, we're picking a high populated area. If most of your team drop early to a high populated area, you're probably going to have a good chance of wiping out the other team. And in this sort of game mode, you've got to kind of work as a team to be able to get this right and get it to work. If you're not working as a team and not getting it right, you're going to struggle a lot. And it's all about that teamwork on getting things correct and just being able to take down people straight at the start and stuff. And you really got to stick together. If you don't stick together on this game mode, you're really going to struggle. You can have that Rambo style game if you want to have that style of game, but in all honesty, doing that is just, you're going to struggle a lot. Playing Rambo is very difficult, and I have got some good clips of playing Rambo, but I do not recommend it every single time because it is difficult and it's going to be a huge numbers of people. I've had games in the past, and I haven't got any clips actually of these ones, but I've had games in the past where I've seen, and it's happened to myself, where I've ran over hills and there's been 20 enemies there. If you take out all 20, I would be very, very impressed and would really like to see someone do that. But in all honesty, being able to take out all 20 isn't an easy task, and I think something like that is pretty difficult and you've got not much of a chance of winning. So if you want to win every single time, which I agree, this sort of game mode is 50-50, it is 50v50, but it is 50% chance at winning every single time, in my opinion. This is actually quite a good clip here. Here's me saving ZPie. I actually split up there and managed to run in and take out 2 people to save him. But you know, sometimes you've got to be able to get that kind of clutch type thing and being able to take people on and be able to revive your teammates. You've just got to be able to, I think 50v50 is one of them game modes where it's a lot more fun and it's an enjoyable game mode, but there's a lot of people out there who want to be able to win it because it is frustrating if you don't keep winning. And it is down to teamwork, and it's down to how good your team is, obviously, because you might get against loads of experienced players and you might have a lot of noobs on your team. I've had that in the past and it's funny, but you just get battered. I've seen people come over to our groups and wipe out all the people bar a few, and you notice that it's crazy when things like that start happening. There's a lot of noobs on it, and there's a few different things I would advise. Some other stuff I'd advise as well is be very careful when you're shooting at enemies. Do not always shoot at enemies and give away your team. If you're in a big group of 20 and some guy starts emoting or shooting and next minute all the enemies come running over the hill, you could get absolutely battered. That's happened many and many times to me in the past, and it is very frustrating where I've had people shoot at people and next minute I've got 20 enemies coming towards me and there's only a group of 4 on my side. I know most likely I've lost it, so I usually run away because in all honesty, taking on 20 people or 15 people with 4 of you is going to be quite difficult, especially if they've got the high ground. Another good key element to this game mode itself is getting that high ground. Getting that high ground to be able to win is very key, and in all honesty, it is going to work out. So on this gameplay on screen right now, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I mean by having that height advantage. So as you can see, I'm running down here. We've got 27v30, and our team did go on to win this game. I see one guy. I engage because it's only one guy. Obviously, he's coming from down the hill, and there's no one ahead of him, or my team would have already shooting. So I already knew that, and I kind of thought, you know what, I may as well engage at this guy and start a kind of a fight going on. But I didn't realize there was an entire enemy team behind the entire hill over there, and I soon did realize that when I saw the guy sprinting back as fast as possible to a bunch of enemies which he knew were there because he could see them on the radar, and they're in the kind of ravine through there. So with all my team being probably noobs apart from one guy, most of them just go through the ravine and are probably going to lose the fight. But myself and one other guy, I'm not too sure who it was, decided to build up the mountain. You'll see that in a moment. And I build up here like this, and the other guy's building up there, so fair play to him. I build up to the mountain like this, and I'm like, oh, I've got the height advantage. They could be on the mountain, but I'm going to take the risk that they're not. Then I see 2 guys down there, and I think, you know what, time to AR them. So what I do is I AR the first guy to get him down, then his team members are going to like, oh man, our mate's down, we need to go revive him. They're probably going to try building around, but while they're trying to do that, I pop in a load of grenades. I'm probably down about 4 of them, 5 of them maybe, with a bunch of grenades. I got one guy rushing up here. Thank God the guy behind me took him out. He possibly could have killed me, and then I'm launching a few more grenades just to finish off any other stragglers around the tree. Then I got this guy here. I just get 2 assists on these kills, do a bunch of damage to them. Didn't do too much damage to the distance guy, got 2 hits on him. Not too sure how much damage the second hit did, but as you can see, I wiped out at least 5 people there, and I must have got a bunch of assists as well. So our team managed to kill a bunch, and that really pulled the game through for us. So that shows how high ground can be really useful in near enough any game mode, but especially 50v50, especially if your team are very newbie and just think, oh, we'll just run through the ravine. Obviously, why is that guy running over there? Because he's going the opposite way from the circle, and you're like, oh, we'll just run in here and see what happens. So be careful with that. Think about situations before you just rush straight in. If it's going to be a close one, it could be a tight one. If you're just playing the game for fun though, do what you want. It's up to you guys. But if you're aiming to win, do think about your situations. So this gameplay I have on screen right now is kind of a weird one. This is down to a team situation. Now, in this gameplay, we're going to see a few different things. We've got 19 versus 29. Now, potentially, we could have won this game. And the reason I'm saying that is because all our team were grouped very tight. And you'll see in a moment, I wipe out a bunch of them, and I'll show you exactly how we could have won. Now, if everyone in this game watches this video, you probably remember this situation, which I highly doubt anyone in this game will watch this video. But if someone does, fair enough. And this is something that was very crucial in this game. And in this game, we had to be very careful because I could see my team fighting an enemy base over there. Now, there's about 6 or 7 enemies, or a bit less, about 5 or 6 enemies in that base over there. My team are just kind of built outside the circle and really haven't tried to engage it. Now, all my team are on this side of the map. So, again, team, group up. Now, obviously you can't speak in game chat or anything, so they're not really understanding what's going on, and they're all just stood there engaging at that. So I think, you know what, we need to take that out because we need to get inside the circle. I had a bunch of smoke grenades. If I didn't, I would have just gone round, but I had a bunch of smoke grenades. So I popped a few smoke grenades in front of the base so they couldn't see through them, and then I decided, you know what, we'll run up, we'll pop another smoke here, and we'll pop a few more at distance, and maybe pop one more in a moment. So we're running in, and we've got the shotgun out. We noticed that they can't see me really because I'm sticking to the trees. I pop another smoke there just to keep my cover again. They probably think I'm going to break through there where it's broke through. I saw a guy in there and I'm like, you know what, we will go round. Obviously they're not built down here. We'll go round through the front but over the front. So we build up. My team have already rushed this base because of my smoke bombs. I see a guy in here and I'm like, where are they? Okay, my guy goes there. He gets wrecked, that guy right there. He gets absolutely battered by the guy, but in time I do jump down, manage to down one guy there, and the other guys are around here somewhere, and then I see them and I manage to down them. So some guy's actually hidden inside this. For some reason his head pops out and I managed to glitch head kill him, and this guy around the back as well trying to take out our team. So there's 4 or 5 guys there that have just all been down. Again, that's a team situation where the team has won it. There's a bunch of things going on here which really do need to be careful for the team, and this is really where we lose the game. There's a bunch of us grouped together now, probably about 9 or 10 of us grouped together, and we've just wiped out at least 5 of their team members, 6 of them maybe. So we've wiped out a bunch of their team, 15 versus 23. And to be honest, we are very tightly grouped together, the entire team, and potentially I thought this game could have been a win if everyone stayed together, or at least in 20 meters of each other, but it didn't happen that way. And I'm going to show you guys exactly why teamwork and sticking together is very key if you want to win every single 50v50. Obviously, if it's like 10 versus 30, you're probably going to struggle to win that, but potentially you still could if you work together. Now, everyone's got different player abilities, and you've got to assume that every player is going to have a bad player ability on this game mode, because from what I've gathered, most people aren't experienced players, but you don't have to be an experienced player to win every time. I wouldn't class myself as a very experienced player. I'm a good player, I'm an average, maybe slightly above average, but only slightly, so I wouldn't class myself as amazing, but I do know when you can tell when you know certain players are just like, what's going on here. So like this guy here just blew up this building with a grenade in it. But you can know what I mean. But anyway, so let's go up this hill and show you exactly what I mean by the teamwork idea, and staying together on 50-50 is very key. So look on the map, watch the map situation. All our team are pushing up here, but watch carefully on the map. Some of them decide to go a little bit too far ahead into the circle on their own. Generally, we could have followed them, but knowing that the enemies are going to be coming into this tight circle, I thought where I set up was a suitable spot for the entire team to group up on. Obviously, I have no button to press everybody group up on me, and most people are just like kind of building in. Some other guy tried setting up there as well. I thought this was a perfect spot and everyone was going to set up, but we've got 3 guys in front of us who get absolutely wrecked. I'm popping a few shots off trying to suppress them back, but they're just getting absolutely hammered. We've got all sorts of fights going on, and if you look on the map at the top right, look how split the team is right now. We've got a group above me, north of me, we've got a group to the east of me, and we've got a group to the west of me, all kind of messed up and moved around, and you kind of don't really want that. All them 3 are down over there now, so now 8 versus 21, and in this situation, I know personally there's nothing I can do. There's no way I can take on at least a squad of 8 people coming over this hill on my own. Even if I had a rocket launcher, I'd struggle to do this, so I didn't really know where to suppress. I've got a newbie guy here building up into my fort. Honestly, I don't know why people don't build their own forts, but sometimes it's better to build a 1x1 and stick inside it, like I said on my squad game mode. But I do try my best to down a few people, even with my amazing aim, which isn't that amazing, but even with me trying my best to kind of pull this back 7v21, it's really, they've got 3 times the numbers. It's really difficult, and in this situation here, we've got so many people suppressing at me. I did a bunch of damage to that guy. I'm surprised he didn't die, and same with his friend over here. A bunch of damage dealt before, and I just thought, you know what, I'll just run him with my shotgun. I knew I was going to lose that fight, so I tried my best, and even if I went round, there would have been a bunch there. So my team, that's a situation where you have to stay tight and stay close to each other to win that sort of situation, and it really does show that teamwork is very crucial on that game mode. And in all honesty, 50v50, you've got to stick with your team to win every single time. Now I'll show you another Rambo situation, which is absolutely hilarious, which I would recommend watching this because it is really funny, and sometimes you do need this element of luck, and also I'll show you a stealth gameplay in a second. Okay, so this gameplay coming up is a Rambo style gameplay in this, which again led to our team winning. This is something that very rarely happens, but does need to happen sometimes for you to be able to win. Now, to be able to pull this off, you need quite a bit of experience in the game, and to be able to pull this off every single time, you need extreme experience in the game. And in all honesty, I was very lucky in this situation, but I do have quite a decent experience in the game, and I think it's very skilled and talented to be able to do something like this within the game. So Zedpie went around there, he got absolutely trashed by the enemies, and I'm in here and I'm thinking, oh my, I've got a team of 3-4 running towards me. They go 1 down, 2 down, suppressing my shotgun. Again, another one who's nearly down, I get him down. His friends come behind me, he missed his shotgun, boom, straight into the head with the jump shot. His mate comes around here, I didn't really have time to use the shotgun again, so I switched to the SMG. I downed all 4 of them. Nicely done there, and managed to kill all 4 of them. Now, having a situation like that is just so rare, and for something like that to happen in the game is something that you sometimes need to be able to pull the game out of where it's actually going. So sometimes you have to be brave and take that situation 1v5, 1v4, whatever it's going to be. You have to be able to down them and be able to just pull that for your team, because if you looked at the score just went from near enough equal to near enough 28 to 19 just because of that Rambo situation that I just pulled off. So it's very crucial to be able to sometimes do that, but that's something that's rare and takes a lot of practice and a lot of skill, and in all honesty, I couldn't pull that off every single time. It was just that one time I managed to do it, and I don't really get them situations very often, but when you do get them, you have to be able to kind of deal with them and take them knowing that no one is around. But in all honesty, that isn't crucial to be able to win every single time. I just thought I'd show you that because it is quite a cool gameplay, and it's something I would recommend trying if you do get to try it, because at the end of the day, 50v50's got no leaderboards. It's a fun game mode and it is worth trying. So let me show you this stealth gameplay. So earlier on, I was talking about not shooting at your enemy, and this gameplay on screen right now is very crucial of that. As you can see, I get absolutely smashed by the enemies, and again, you can't always win every single time. Me and Zedpie were on our own at the side of the map, and I get absolutely smashed. But some of the clips you'll see in this right now is very crucial. Look how Zedpie kind of camps around. This is something you're going to have to do on 50v50 if you want to win the game. Look how Zedpie is very, they knew that there were 2 of us, but he goes and hides behind the tree, because there's no point of taking on a bunch of them if he knows he's going to lose because of the weapons he's got. And I think this was a very clever play by him, and we were discussing it as we were playing, because our team actually went on and won this game because of this, not because of the move that Zedpie pulled off, but because of what he did managed for him to stay in to the end of the game, and our team managed to pull it off, and he managed to get a few more kills at the end of the game. Now, let me show you exactly what he did. So having this stealth kind of play to the game, he sees all these enemies running around, probably like 4, 5, 6 enemies in front of him, but he's right behind enemy lines. It's crucial to check all angles at this moment. Obviously, the storm's behind him, so he just checks behind him quickly there just to make sure there's no one coming. but he knows he's behind enemy lines in this situation. With the storm moving in, or getting ready to move in, he's got that ability to be able to stay behind. And in all these situations, at least 60% of people would shoot. But knowing that there's going to be a guy up there, a guy by the river, and the two guys on top of the hill, you've got no chance. So you have to be very stealth and just kind of play it slowly, stay behind enemy lines, keep peeping over hills, in bushes. Staying behind and moving up slowly can be very useful, especially towards the end of the game. As you can see, the score's getting down to 14-17 now, and this is when ZedPie has that very, it's just very clever and has the ability to kind of just stay alive till the end and help the team actually pull through the game. Without this play, maybe the game would have not been won. So it's very crucial to be able to do something like this in the right situation. So as you can see, the enemies here in front of him now are all splitting off. They actually check behind. But the one guy here, for some reason, he's kind of just looking at his stairs, and ZedPie manages to use a suppressor so the guys on the hill don't notice. Clearly, if they were in the same squad, they would turn around, but he took the risk that they weren't in the same squad and took him out. If they were in the same squad, he was still in the circle and had a chance at taking them on, and he would have at least killed one guy, which he did there. So very crucial, and it's something that I do recommend putting into your playstyle on all game modes, especially 50v50 if you'd like to win every single time. Again, this has been a slightly different take to the idea of winning every time. I've got a bunch of different videos like this on my channel, and I hope to still cover this series in the future. It's a very awesome series that I'm going to be consistently bringing out. I think it's really cool, and even if I just keep repeating the ideas on different game modes or on the same game modes but coming up with different kind of structures to the way of play, I think it's very crucial. It's kind of like a tips and tricks series, but it's helped a bunch of people out from what I've gathered, and a lot of people are finding it very useful. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been quite a long video. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave in the comments section saying ZedPie end, and that'll tell me if you've made it all the way to the end of the video, and see if anyone actually has made it to the end of the video, because according to my stats, people are actually making it, but I don't know who's making it. So fair enough. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been a great video to do, and I really enjoyed playing 50v50 so far. Tell me how many wins you guys have got on 50v50. Obviously, you have no leaderboard for it, so you can't check, but an estimate would be fine. And once again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you aren't already subscribed, stay tuned for new videos, and do subscribe and turn that notification bell on, because that would really help me out and just kind of make my day. So, hope you guys have enjoyed, and once again, this is PostBotsPat, signing out.